Here is all of the Spektrum Smart Technology stuff that I have. Starting over here, I do have three 3S batteries, two 30C, one 50C. I have three 2S batteries, all three are at 50C. One has a IC3 connector, the other two have IC5 connectors. And from the ESC there, for my Sentin, that is the Spektrum 130 amp ESC. Also have the Spektrum DX5C remote. The Spektrum Smart Battery Checker, which is very nice to have. I love that thing. And the programming box for the ESC, as well as this 3150 kV motor. So when I first got the Sentin, the batteries I got were these 230C 3S batteries, because the BLX came with the IC5 adapter on it. And I had probably a month in a problem with one of the batteries. It just went completely dead on me. Wouldn't show up on, wouldn't give you any voltage on any of these connectors. And so I returned it, got another one. About a month later, the chip went bad. So the little single wire was telling the ESC here that there was a cell that was bad, which there wasn't. When you plugged in the actual cells to the charger or even to the checker, it said everything was fine. But if you just plugged in the one lead by itself, it said everything was bad. So I returned that one now on my third battery from the 30Cs. So far it's been about a month and a half and I haven't had a problem with it. Still shows me all the data. So I would even have times where you plug in the battery, didn't know it was a smart battery. So that's, I don't know if, longevity of the chips, how is that going to work out? So far with these 50Cs, no problem with the 2S at all. If you've seen any of my TRX4s, that's what these go in. Those get submerged all the time. I mean, I've never had a problem with any of the chips in these, so I don't know if it's something to do with just the 30C, because even this 50C I've never had a problem with. And I've ran it a whole bunch of times now. I usually run this most because you can tell the difference between the 30 and the 50. The 50's got that little more punch to it. So, yeah, other than it's really nice that they auto discharge. You can set them with the smart checker or with the S2100 dual charger. Like you can set from 12 hours to 120, 240 hours, something like that. I just set them to 48 hours. So after 2 days, it will start to discharge. And it takes a while to discharge, but it will take it back down to 3.8 volts. And if you want, you don't even have to charge them to 4.2. You can set them to 4.19, 4.18, 4.7, whatever you want to. You can actually set how much it charges and how high it charges up to, how many volts. So I do like that as well, because I like charging them to 4.18, 4.19, so it doesn't go over the 4.2, which they sometimes do. So that is really nice. All of them are, all the smart batteries, you can do that, and then you just plug it right in, hit start, it just, or whatever you programmed it to, it starts charging it. So that's one of the really nice things about the batteries. That's why I got them. I mean, I have had problems with a couple, but 1 year warranty on them as well, so they just took them right back in, not a problem. Exchanged it out. So yeah, that's the batteries, the charger. This was actually a charger as well, their S150. This came with this battery. It's their 2S bundle. It comes with the wall charger as well, the wall plug for the charger. And that was really nice because that's from my girlfriend's car. She's got the IC3 and all my other are IC5s. So this is my charger, and I bought the 4S bundle. It came with these two 2S 5050C batteries. Also came with the 2 cables so that you can actually hook them up to the charger. And it came with a charger and a cable. So that was really nice. I bought all these batteries separate because their 6S bundle, you can get a 6, 8S, or 4S bundle with this charger. So it comes with 2 batteries. It would come with like 2 of the 50C ones for the 6S. And yeah, these separate, not too bad. I would not go with the 30C anymore. I would just go with the 50s from now on. I mean, 30Cs are definitely cheaper, but I guess get what you pay for, maybe? I don't know. But I haven't had any problems with any 50C batteries yet. So that's one nice thing. This Spektrum 3150 kV motor I had for the sent in there as a backup. The only problem with this motor, nothing about how it runs or does everything is fine about it. The only problem is the bearing size. The bearing in the front and the bearing in the rear are just two totally different sizes. So, in like the BLX here motor, bearings front rear exactly the same size. These bearings, two totally different sizes. Couldn't find any information on what size they were, so I had to take it all apart, measure. I ordered them. They are replaced now, but just was more of a hassle than anything. So, yeah, I'll have to see how these new bearings I got from Amazon are once I swap it back out again. Shouldn't take too long. The bearings don't last too long in these because all the dust and dirt that come in from underneath. So even though I lube the bearings up and stuff like that, I mean, dirt's still going to kill them. So that's the Spektrum motor. I have the Smart ESC programmer. The only thing I've had problems with the ESC here is heat. The thing gets too hot too quickly. And I have a new fan now, a 12-volt fan I'm going to try out inside here. And then I have a secondary fan that I'll just add more air onto it to try and cool it off. So on the DX5C, you can see temperatures. I can look at all the temperatures of the motor, even the battery temperature. No, not the motor, I mean the ESC. But, and I have an alarm set, so before it shuts down on me, the alarm comes on, beeps at you, and then you just basically let off the throttle, watch the temp, let it cool down a bit, and then, bash again. So, and I have been seeing people with the new felonies and the new infractions, ARMA infractions, they have the one step up, the 150, this is the 130. And yeah, people are complaining about how that overheats so quickly. So I think it's kind of the same problem with this. I don't know if maybe they need to go in and do a like a reprogramming update, because you can update these on the program. Pretty sure, yeah, you update the programmer. You can update the remote. You can even update this charger, which has a separate cable than the other things. But yeah, there's a lot of things you can do with the smart technology stuff. I do like it a lot. It is kind of sucks about the chip, I guess. If something goes wrong with it, it doesn't really work well with the Smart ESC. But I mean, if it really came down to it, after the warranty's up, you could always just cut this wire, and then it's no longer a smart battery. So that's up to you. Yeah, I'll make another review, I guess, if I start having more problems with these batteries. But so far, I've been really liking them. Really simple to use. A lot safer because they auto discharge if you don't set them back down to storage mode kind of deal. So yeah, if that helped anyone out that's looking for Spektrum stuff, I hope you found what you needed.